And here is he is hanging out on this nice day. It's a nice morning. See, there he is right there. All right. So he has been helping Claude guard the garden at night. He's been doing pretty good, pretty good with himself. Yes, yes, Lemon. It is another kitty, and he is just living his best life watching the garden. You can add all the T's you need to add because this is the happiest cat on earth right here. Yeah, meow meow. Yes, this is our meow meow. Good morning, Natalie. So great to see you. And oh, he looks like your neighbor's cat. Well, it seems that my cats are cousins of the cats in your region. So in your area, rather. So that is really cool. And yeah, he's been watching the garden all night, and he's here to tell us all hello. Let's see. Does he come this way or not? Let's see. Yeah, it's good to see you, Natalie, as always. He's doing his iconic stretch. Okay, and yeah, he is now probably gonna be laying over there. He likes to lay down in the mornings, and about an hour the sun will be completely up. It'll be pretty cool. So, yeah, and that is he must be going into the other yard. And over here, since we'd like to talk about the garden, is good morning, Saw Girl. It is always great to see you. And Bubbles is taking his look who it is. Look who just appeared here out of nowhere. And here we have Claude right here. He has been guarding the garden all night with Bubbles. And as I said, I didn't even notice him, but he is there. Yeah, he looks exactly like my neighbor's cat, except he has an identical, intact tail instead of a bobtail. I believe that's what they're called. It probably is. I don't even know the technical terms myself. Thank you, Saul. Appreciate it. And yeah, pretty kitty. Yeah, and there was a time where this cat he will charge past everybody. Yeah, the Claudster. He will run past the camera with a big rat in his mouth, and that is what he likes to do with himself, with his leopard print stripes. Does he have green eyes too? Because if it's Bubbles is basically my neighbor's cat, except with complete tail. Oh, okay. My yeah, he has green eyes. Bubbles, the one over there, yeah, he has green eyes. Yes, you spelled his name correctly. Now people could say Claude the other way too. They've on the channel people have come up with Claude with like a being like a with claws, but Claude is the proper way to spell it. That's true. That's the original name. Yeah, and he is just cozy, living his best life right here. He just really is. Yeah, and the sun is coming up soon. I'll show the sky. So this is the sky, and the sun will be coming up, and we're gonna have. It looks like we're gonna have a clear morning. Won't be too cloudy. The clouds will be coming in later, but we'll have a clear morning. Yeah. So shout out to the Cloudster. All right. Now let's go into the garden. So it looks like there's some chemtrails right here. All right. There are chemtrails. Scared. Or at least it looks like chemtrails. The other parts of the sky look like it was a paintbrush did it. The way this looks. Wow. Okay, so we have this big pumpkin plant, and it's getting bigger and bigger right here. You know, they're releasing more UFO files. Yes, chemtrail cucks. Yeah, my opinion, those are remnants of chemtrails right here. Because it's making the X. I could be wrong, but it looked like the X and remnants of a chemtrail. It could have been from miles and miles or another state or something or over the Gulf. I don't know where it came from, but it looks like remnants of one. Now, those out there, I think, are regular clouds. Because we mostly have regular clouds here, but that one is kind of sus. Yeah, chemtrail cucks. Yeah. You see, because, the chemtrails, allegedly they have some toxic stuff in it that they're to be dumping on us. And it's not really cool. I don't really like it. Y'all remember the Chinese balloons getting shot down a U.S. fighter jet? Oh, I remember when that was happening, and I covered it. So there is these Chinese balloon. Yeah, it's very suspicious, Lemon. So the Chinese balloon. Oh, hello there, fish dude. Welcome. Yeah, so there are a giant weather balloon, an alleged weather balloon, but it was probably a spy balloon, and it was from China, and it came over and flew over the U.S. and flew over all the military bases. Oh yes, exactly, Natalie. Yeah, and that's what I think is. It was probably a spy balloon to look over what the stuff that we have here, and but the Chinese claim it was a weather balloon that got knocked off course and accidentally flew over here. So, are they telling the truth or are they lying? Who really knows? But I don't know what their purpose of that was, but allegedly it was either trying to spy on what we have or it was an accidental a weather balloon catastrophe. Who really knows what it was, but yeah, I don't the Chinese I'm not really trusting exactly what they're doing. Okay. So that is the chemtrail. Hello, Brent. So you're saying they're not clouds. All right, so chat believes this is the chemtrail, which I believe is a chemtrail true. A chemtrail too. Right. Then we have these clouds, which are questionable too. We don't really know what those are. It almost looks like just smoke. I said that one, yeah, is definitely chemtrail right there. Over there in the Philippines, some fishermen found some sort of mysterious submarine while at sea. Oh, so it may have been a Chinese submarine. I'd like to know more details about it if you have any. Thank you. Hilarious. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. So Timu Sheen chemtrails right there. All right, and Lemon says, and they had suspicions of it being remote controlled spy sub by the Chinese. Okay, I don't doubt it. And the Chinese, I am certain, were very likely the culprits behind that because they want to try to control the other Asian countries and spy on their neighbors. They want to have a domino effect, possibly, where there's imperialism from them. How they want to take over different places, maybe, or at least spy on their neighbors, what the different neighboring countries are doing. So yeah, I don't doubt it. You see, everything over in the United States is over there. Not everything, but a lot of things. And recently, the Chinese are buying the U.S. farmland. And if they're buying U.S. farmland, that means they're controlling all of our food. So that's not really a good thing. So they stopped them from doing that. But yeah, it's suspicious. Yeah, and it could be some person's invention. It could be somebody inventing a submersible, like Stockton Rush's Timu. Well, I'm sure that submersible that you over there is better than the Titan sub that imploded. So they got something going for them that they could build something better than that. But yeah, it could be somebody's experiment or an invention, or some secret government operation, or the Chinese themselves. It's definitely an interesting mystery to think about, and I'm sure there's evidence for different ones. Yeah, I'm not a professional either. I'm an amateur enthusiast. I would definitely look into this story because I'm kind of curious to see what I think about it. As I'm sure there's arguments for and against whatever it could be, but yeah, it's uh, definitely there's if for instance, there are people that were building different contraptions back in the 1700 not 7 in the 1800s. They were developing flying machines, and like in the skies they would have shown you would have seen flying fortresses that people were making it from their homes. So people don't really know which ones were which, like, that were they built by extraterrestrials or were they built by people. So it is possible that the sighting could be an invention someone had, because back in the old days they had different flying machines people were inventing during the age of flight. So yeah, it could be a number of different things. Very, very cool mystery. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lemon. I'll definitely like to look at it. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Of the spy subs. Yeah, I definitely want to see it. Okay, and right there we have a flower, an okra flower, coming up. Shout out to the okra flowers. All right, I'll check it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, that thing. I'll show y'all in a second. Okay, let's go this way, and I'll show everybody. Okay, so right here, this is the submarine thing that he's talking about. that was discovered. They don't know if it was something made by the Chinese or if it was somebody's homemade device or something like that. So that's the device. That is some email, but it's not important. And right there. So it looks almost like a swordfish design. Okay, and here's another look at it. Thank you for showing this. Okay, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. It definitely looks like a spying device of some kind or an invention. Yeah, that is very incredible. A saw. It could be a bomb. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, it definitely looks to me like it could be a weapon of some kind, or it's some sort of spying device, or at least a prototype of something. Yeah, I think it's very suspicious. Yeah, the spying. Yeah, so the spying device in that region. Well, so let's just say it's the Chinese, okay? And I'm going to give you a speculation. So if it's the Chinese doing it, the reason why it's happening is they're scouting the area to observe the land. Yes, Saul, they confiscated it. They wanted to spy out the region to see what they have. So if they went and took it over one day, they could know what's there. They just want to know what's and see if any kind of military activity. And if anything, it's possible it could be a giant psyop to have them capture it to see how easy it is for them to capture their submersibles. So yeah, it could be transmitting information about geographical scanning. Of course, I didn't see what's inside of the thing or what they saw in it, but that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to scout the area and transmit information back to the homeland. If it's a person that if it's a person that made a new invention, then they're just an inventor trying to invent something, like an innovation, like Stockton Rush. I mean, I'll say it's much better built than the Titan submersible. Bro took a Home Depot or like a box store hot water heater, and he got so he got a giant trash can and a remote control, and he went down to the Titanic and he got himself imploded. See, that looked much better designed than what that dude did. So whoever designed it did a good job, but yeah, we don't really know what the intentions were though. Yeah. So that's my theory about it. You know, Japan at one time during World War II, they were imperializing Asia, and the same thing China's doing, and they would take over different places and scout different lands. I mean, the reason why they bombed Pearl Harbor was because they were trying to hinder our ability to fight them back then and put us in negotiations. So they're just basically doing the same thing the Japanese did. Except the Chinese Coast Guard spraying poor fishermen's boats. Don't know why they're doing that, except just being territorial and annoying. Yeah, that is really messed up that they're doing that. But the Chinese do all kinds of messed up things, you know. So it's yeah, they are competition is one thing. They want competition in the region, and as I said, it sounds crazy, but they're buying U.S. farmland right here. They're buying farmland with their companies. So yeah, they're just trying to control food. Way back a few years ago, okay, years ago, okay, and yeah, they're just doing that because they want to get more food. They want to control the food, and they want to intimidate people and be territorial and annoying. Yeah. Even Vietnam is allies of the United States against China if they were to do something. And Xi Jinping always says his little speech how he wants to have peace with America and be friends. But I don't, these people are not really the most believable individuals, and they have like a currency system where they will monitor you and give you like a credit score. How well do they obey the state, etc. So yeah, it's a very concerning thing for the regions of Asia about what the Chinese are doing. And whatever the submersible is, wherever it came from, I can understand why it's paranoid to with China meddling in everything. Yeah. So it's I'm glad you told me about that because I've never heard of it. Because a lot of times the news doesn't really cover things. They just not all the time. They just talk about silly things. So it's all excellent to see people's take around the world. That looks like a chemtrail. Okay, that doesn't look like a cloud. We live in a world where we have fake clouds now. All right. Okay, and this is the sky so far. The sun will be coming up soon, and that's the morning sky. Hello, Todd. Good morning to you. Yeah, we had like a scandal a few years ago when a mining company that was already doing damage to a local village with black sand mining apparently had Chinese workers over here. Ah, yeah. That makes perfect sense. I mean, they're doing stuff to Japan too. And they also work through North Korea. So, yeah, I didn't know about that, but it makes sense because they're trying to sabotage. They're trying to subdue the enemy without fighting. They're trying to fight the enemy within. Because that's a way an enemy can happen. Oh, a few months ago. Okay, thank you. I got it now. I thought it was something more recent. Okay, so yeah, black sand mining, and yeah, the Chinese. You see, this is what they'll do. They will implant people from their homeland inside a place. Think of it like a Trojan horse. With and origins of the Trojan horse, and they were giving this horse as a gift to their enemy in the ancient Greek sagas. And what happened was actually a bunch of soldiers in it, and they went and sabotaged the Trojans. So that's what the Trojan horse, what they were doing. And the basically the Chinese are acting like a Trojan horse. Okay, Natalie, have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit. Have a good one. Shout out to you. And yeah, so that's what they did. The Chinese they're implanting their own people there as a Trojan horse. So it's unfortunate that they're doing this to all the Asian countries. Love you too, Natalie. Have a good day, Nat. And yeah, that is. Let's see. That's why. That's why they have Chinese police in the states to keep control of their people in the U.S. Yeah, that is true. AI. Yeah, itself. It's sabotage the enemy from within. Can chemtrails be seen in rain or snowstorms? Yes. And there's a theory, saw girl, that it's the way that they cause extreme weather through those things. So you are correct. Oh, the weed? Just joking. Just joking. This is actually not what you think it is, but that's the closest. People think this is what that is, but so there you go. But it's not. It's not what you think it is, but this is just simply, it's another thing, but people think it looks kind of similar to it. Good morning, John. This is really just a giant ragweed. It's not the other type of weed. Well, maybe we could wipe off the camera. How about that? I have never heard of that lemon. Tell me about it. Yes, Saw has it, and that is where the stash is with Saw. Facts. Oh, John. I mean, one time I was over in this area, and there was an incident over there where there's a wasp nest underground. Oh, and dog, you are welcome here. There's a lot of smokers here in the channel. It's smoke friendly, so welcome to chat. And also, the wasp came from underground and stung me in my ankle. And I'm like, this is really a glitch in the matrix. Did this really just happen to me? So I went and I took a raid can and I emptied it inside the hole. So I know exactly what you mean, John. I smell the coffee roasting. Okay, so there's a coffee factory that's somewhere in a distance, and they're roasting coffee right now. It smells really good. A big, giant coffee factory. Oh, okay. China declaring their territory. Oh, yeah. I know that they have issues with Taiwan. They want Taiwan back. If I said that right, I think. I think it's Taiwan. Yeah. So it's imperialism, and it's the same thing the Japanese did in the Second World War, and it is the imperialistic. Yeah, I love coffee too. Yeah, shout out to you, dog. You're welcome here. You get your blunts, your coffee, your drinks, snacks, and chill. Enjoy the stream. Yeah. Oh, he's preaching. He's preaching. Okay, and at its let's see. The Spartley Island dispute is complex territory and maritime conflict in South China Sea, involving six claimants: China, Taiwan, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Brunei. Damn. At its core, the dispute is around overlapping sovereign claims of the island's reefs, which provide access to rich fishing grounds, vital global shipping lanes, and potential oil and natural gas reservoirs, according to Google. Thank you. I don't care. I just think that it's a waste of capabilities of the human mind, kind of like defense mechanisms to make people like them more because they can't have normal conversations. Okay, well, okay, Amber. Thank you for your take on. Thank you for your opinions on that stuff. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think society has been very collapsed in a lot of ways, and I think it's very messed up. And a lot of people are in a delusional society. So, I call it, Amber, is that people are like stuck in the matrix. You're talking about religion. Oh, okay. Now, in my opinion, I think religion can be. I believe in God, but I do believe that sometimes people could misinterpret religions and use them for those things that you speak of, especially religious institutions. But I do believe that something put us here and created us. But I do think that there are religious institutions and people that were taking over it that used it for bad things and things that were not right. So that is, what I think. It's not, and people can make, like, for instance, communism became a religion, and that was an atheistic ideology. Or people that don't have religion will replace religion with something else. It might be a political ideology. It might be some movement or something. So I think anybody can make a thing into a religion, but I think that having a personal relationship with a creator, if people believe in God, they don't have to believe in God. They don't have to. But if people do, I think it should be something people do on their own without like a institution telling them what to do exactly about it. Because I just don't think everything came in existence by accident. But I do understand where organized religion or things like that could be um, putting people in a matrix of some kind. Right. Okay. And let's see. And of course, about oil and gas. Nearly every conflict's about oil and gas resources. And let's see. Dog says NPCs. Yeah. Yeah. My pleasure, Amber. And oh, okay. Yes. Understood. Okay, Amber. Thank you for saying your thoughts in that matter. Well said. And Lemon says, and the Sparley Island dispute is still going on. It's still going on. Well, yeah, I definitely think they have a hyper nationalism. Yes, hello, wise man. You are in the garden right now. We saw you earlier in the trial chat. Yeah. Okay. And right here is a bunch of squash and pumpkins. And over here is okra. Okay, Amber. So this, I may have said it a moment ago, but right here is squash and pumpkins, combination of them. And they have different flowers on them. This is a ragweed. It's not. This is not what it looks like. People think it looks like something else, but no, it's just a ragweed. I use it for hedges and making. It's good for having sticks for plants and stuff. And over this way, we have some other plants. They're pretty cool. Okay, and right here is okra. And you see, that's a flower about to bloom. So yeah, it is a very enchanting plant, and it produces very nice food. Here, I've never grown okra before, and it's coming out pretty good. Yes, wise man, sure. I'm all ears. Okay, and this is the artichoke plant. And here are two tomato plants. Oh, hello, Pasnola. Great to see you. Okay, and Lemon says, and according to Google, military standoffs and international vessels collisions are still frequent. Yeah, I definitely believe that's what they're trying to do. And we have some more of the tomatoes growing in there, but they're very young right now. Oh, I have regrown with seed. I have saved the seeds and regrown. Yes, I have many seeds saved. I'm gonna be growing sunflowers, which y'all are gonna really enjoy. So that is something else that I think is really cool. That yeah, it is. So we have a couple different plants right now, but we also have These are ornamental plants over here. Oh, herbs. Oh, yes. Yeah, I like the herbs. I like the herbs. There's all kinds of nice herbs to grow. Yeah, and yeah, herbal things are very cool. And of course, there's smokable herbs people like, and there's herbs for tea and herbs for other things as well. So, and this is a big pumpkin plant. And why they intentionally collide their viable navy ships with each other just because some small island, some resources confuse me. Lemon, it's like a Nero thing. And Nero was this evil emperor of Rome, and he had this big complex of conquering everything, and they want the resources and oil and gas, and they want to expand and put their flag everywhere. It's like a form of peacocking. But yeah, I understand. It makes sense. And Pass says, "Are those called elephant ears? We used to use them as hats when it rained when we were little." Yes, these are the elephant ear plants, and the other term for them are called taro. In Asia, they're called taro. Like, why waste thousands of millions to repair after you smash your ship against another ship? Yeah, they're just because they care about their military industrial complex. They don't care about anything else. All right, so Wise Man says, okay, got to store and purchase s- small packets of freshly sprout ligaments, mung, beans, peas, lentils, and mixed batch. Return garden fluff up, soil and broad seed thrown around, and nitrogen right legumes. Okay, thank you. I like that tip. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, nitrogen is extremely good for soil, and it's important for plants to have them. Because the plants will thrive and prosper with those there. Now, you see, with these specific group of plants, there's one group that were in here around 2017 when I was graduating high school in 2017. There's two sickly plants from another yard, and I put them here, and they reproduce these offspring everywhere. So it's cool saving that plant, and it produced many descendants, which is quite cool. No need to dig a plant cover over, just broadcast them. Most shall grow widely, and because they're ligamous and they shut nitrogen fixed soil, and you'll get to. Okay, thank you for the tips. Yes, nitrogen is very important, Amber. Absolutely. And thank you, Wise Man, for your tips. Okay, and yeah, they're very green, very lush. It's been raining a lot here, so that's something cool. And right here is a moth right there that's chilling. Very nice. This is the morning dew on these plants, at the humidity and stuff. I have not tried cloning before, but I'm aware of it. I remember I studied about the plants. It's gonna be something cool to try, and I've also learned about making new plants out of pollen. That's something cool to try also. Okay, and yeah, this is Duncan. Oh, okay. Well, we got Claude right here. Okay, so here is our kitty. The green cat. Ever heard of the Atlas moth? They're really big, beautiful moths that I saw on some laundry one time. I think it was huge. Oh, I like to see that. I would like to see that moth. Yeah, it's a very beautiful cat, and yeah, a very beautiful kitty right here. It's bigger than a bird. It's almost see like bigger than some bats. Okay, that sounds like a cryptid. Oh, thank you, Lemon. Thank you, Amber, for doing that. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, and he is a good kitty. He likes to guard the garden. And the sun is coming up, and we'll eventually see it. All right. And Wise Man said, I recently completed a soil microbiology degree. Just finest my knowledge of farm management practices. That is so cool. And I love farming. I learned from farmers and different parts of the, YouTube communities. So yeah, I definitely am interested in that kind of stuff, and we definitely talk about that here a lot. So that is so awesome, awesome. Hello, Drastic Plastic, not a mimic. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, it could be one drastic. It could be one. It could be a mimic cat or a mime cat. Yes, drastic. He has very clean socks, and it's something that baffles us all the time. He has the cleanest socks on the world. Gets himself in all kinds of places. Okay. Yeah, we love our kittens, and he is a good cat. Yeah, he is resting and he is enjoying his day. As I said, at nighttime they just guard the garden from all kinds of things. He looks like a lot like a kitty, but mine doesn't have a tail. It's the cutest thing. Oh, that's very cute, Nola. Very cute. Yeah, and he is enjoying himself right here. Yeah, and okay, going to Discord. Let's see. Whoa, that is so cool. Let's go down here. Okay, we're going to show this to chat in a moment. Okay, let's see this. Our region. Okay, so this is the moth he's talking about. Very beautiful. Very beautiful markings. getting ready for work, but maybe see you guys later over in trial. Everyone, have a great day. Okay, Nola. See you later. Thank you for coming. Yeah, the markings are very enchanting. Very enchanting. Here's another one right here. Oh, look at this. A possum. He went in his house. Yes, they look like cobras. I agree. Okay, and wise man said, "Born and bred, farm this end, but I'm a lot more than ridiculous portrayal of stupid country folk. Sad but true. But I'm over laughing how much others need, but don't actually know." Oh, I love farmers, and it's very important to have them because they feed America. And the country, I during hurricane disasters, I went into the country and I really liked it. I enjoyed it there. And I think that the self reliance is really important to have. And I remember I learned all about farming within the 2020s, everything about commercial farming and everything. And my family was also interested in growing things, but I learned a lot later. So, shout out to the farmers. And I like I remember I used to go to the campgrounds when I was little, and that's where we went when the storms happened. It's very peaceful, laid back. And see, that's why I love the outdoors and I love the garden. That's why I designed my yard like a forest because that's what I liked seeing in Mississippi. Yeah. Oh, yes, thanks, Lemon. And Lemon says those markings toward ward off predators. If you were a bird or something, it wouldn't eat a moth. You would think it's a cobra. Yeah. You see, the bird, it would trick the bird and make him think that he's actually encountering a cobra. He's going to go, oh, shoots. Scared. Yeah, possum's very cool. Very cool. I'm going to shut this light off. See, this is something that survived the hurricane saw, and I still have it. It's pretty cool. All right, Saw, look at the sun. This is the blue sky. Alien, can you raise a clump of soil on camera in your hand? See it. See what has just look nearby. Oh, sure, sure. I'll do it right now. Let's go this way. All right, this is the soil right here. If you need me to dig it up, yes, son, I'll show you more of it. And yeah, here's some on some of the broccoli. Even that's a good sample. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Can you tell anything from this? This is from a little while ago when I was digging to help out the plant not go into shock. But I have very dark soil here. I don't have the red clay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Amber. Okay, so that's the soil that I have. Okay. And right here is the sun. Okay, saw. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, saw. Here is the sunrise. There you go. Yeah, it's very cool. There's a golden sky. Loomy soil can host more micronutrients than non-loomy soil due to its higher carbon ratio. And Amber says, and a layer of coca core cure helps stop fungus, gnats, and indoor cultivation. Oh, thank you, Amber. Yes, I appreciate it. I didn't know about that, so I learned something new from you today. You know, I have an entire book on medical plants and how to use them to repair them for different ailments. Lemon, that is brilliant. That's awesome you have that because the natural stuff is always good to use. And shout out to you for having that. Very brilliant. Yeah, the sky's like golden looking because it's kind of cloudy. Oh, shout out to your grandma. Very brilliant. My great my great grandmother was like that. She used cobwebs for patching up like band-aids and she was into healing and herbal medicines and stuff. She was in the like 1800s. She wasn't like she may have been born in the 1800s, but she was around the course of 1900s. And she was in America. That's one of my bloodlines that was in America for a long time. Okay, and Wiseman said it's more susceptible to acidity due to dry weathering with mineral strips. It because it hosts more microbes which die off during seasons, but it's an easy fix. Oh, okay, good. Unfortunately, it's all in Filipino, and yeah, you'll probably can't read it except if you know Filipino. Okay, I would have to learn the language, and then I would understand it. Well, that's very brilliant that y'all have that. And that's a strength y'all have. You're able to survive with the herbs and things. It's very important to do that because a lot of things are all chemical now. Okay, and Amber says use AI to decode. Oh yeah, that's true. You can take a picture of it and have AI decode everything. Okay, Lemon, interesting. Go for it. Scared. Okay. Wiseman says ground covers don't cut grasses low around the shortcuts. Allow 3 to 4 inches. Use heavy mowing. Retain moisture without watering. Oh, interesting. Okay, thanks. Okay, Amber scared. Treating using water and medical herbs. Okay. There's dust coming off the tree. Scared. A line that I like to say a lot is scared, scared, scared. Yeah, and the thing is that when the clouds, yeah, I say scared, scared, scared. Okay, temple flower. Interesting. I've not heard of that flower before. Wiseman said also very simple test to perform magnesium test is to soil without doing mineral analysis and quick and simple. Okay. Okay. So I've not heard of the temple flower. That's new to me. Okay, thank you, Wiseman. Okay, so in the distance we're hearing the various mockingbirds and other birds are tweeting in the distance. Yeah. So I believe there's all kinds of herbal remedies, different things all over the place that ancient cultures were able to do. Let's see. Amber says Plumeria rubria is a delicious plant species belonging to the genus Maria and native to Mexico, Central America, and Colombia, Venezuela. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm back. I only shut something off for a second, but I'm here. Ball up soil into approximately 1 diameter ball, then place 1 ball into the clear pre-filled gas jar for water. Wait 24 hours, submerge, and it'll stratify. Okay. Yeah. And the flowers that they have in different places, I mean, because people didn't have medicines and things back then. And good morning, Ruby. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Saw. That is a cool plant. Yeah, hot sun. Hot sun. If water remains quite murky, you have low calcium soil and high magnesium soil. Oh, okay, interesting. Thank you. Oh, okay, understood. Understood, Lemon. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure these different civilizations have all kinds of cures for different ailments and diseases that would save lives here, but they don't. The big pharma wants to. Although people can use medicines for things and they help, or treatments that help, but I do wonder if like sometimes they're out for their own monopoly. Amber uses liquid nutrients. That's very cool. Awesome. Yeah, and I think that is, because a lot of times people these days are not as health conscious as it used to be. Oh, okay. Discord. So we're gonna look at this plant right here. This we're gonna look at this plant right here that is nice and sunny plant. Okay. I'm going to the Discord. Okay, so they did with soap, wash daily, warm water, cut leaves, and apply juice in affected time. Mix with shop leaves, 2 tablespoons of oil with this ability to cultivate it. Okay. I appreciate the thanks for the info. Appreciate it. Yeah. And let's see. Now if the murky now if the satisfies murky low calcium, which equals the higher magnesium, and magnesium binds nitrogen and calcium, it ironically bounces nitrogen off the magnesium, nitrogen goes to the plant. Oh, interesting. That's very cool. You're extremely brilliant. Saffrol, and let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So this is what that is. And in my knowledge, this is the giant ragweed, but it looks a lot like the other plant we were talking about. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like it right there, but it has more leaves on it than the other type of plant, but it's very similar. It would probably die, from my knowledge, in my opinion. And hello there, 007. Good to see you. Farm boy to engineer to lawyer, soil microbiologist, town planner. Facts. Facts. Okay, and let's see. Now, there are a few animals and a few plants and unknown proportion of microbes that can be separated from water for a time. So, actually, Amber, there are a few plants that can achieve it, and animals and different things like that, but it's rare. Okay, so Saw says, "How old are you, and are you single?" Yeah. Which one are you talking to? Are you talking to myself or Wiseman? So she's talking to Wiseman. Okay. And yeah, see right here, it looks like the sassafras plant, but it's actually the ragweed, and that is some other type of vine plant. Okay, and looking more at the sun, and the sun is. Oh, you think it's poison oak? Oh, by the way, I'll show you something over here. All right, look how big these things can get. Yeah, 5 leaves, let them be. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and right here is the elderberry tree. You see, has some poison ivy over here. There's some poison ivy right there. I know they look like them, but they aren't. Yeah. But yes, they do definitely look like them. Now, people that deal with the plant regularly say the leaves are too big. But yeah, they do kind of look similar. And you see, Amber, right here is a crawfish house, a crawfish mound, like a volcano. And there's crawfish in this region. You might call them crawdads or crayfish or something like that. But that's what we call them down here. That is awesome. Those are some really cool plants. Very cool. Yeah, and like sometimes we'll see them walk around here, and one day I want to catch them on the stream. But yeah, there's poison ivy too, so have to be careful. There used to be a giant swamp tree right here. Yeah, crawfish. Yeah. There used to be a giant swamp tree right here, and it was a trunk of it with wood. I still have the wood. One day, like it was like 2009 or something, my grandpa came around and he dismantled it, and I was like, "What? Why did you do that?" But I used the wood. I still have the wood. It was an empty tree trunk of an old cypress tree, and as I said, this region of crawfish, so it's pretty cool. Although it's very rare to see them, they're around here. And there's another mound right there. Yeah, so it's like the swampy region. There's a lot of poison ivy. So yeah, it's and here's the palm tree. It has a lot of vines on it. Sometimes I let the vines grow on them, but I do cut them sometimes. But I kind of like a jungly look. Yeah, that's the palm tree. It's like a California type of look. California, right there. Yeah, very tropical. It was designed to be like a California house. All right, and yeah, and Sawgirl says you sound like a very nice fellow and very educated wise man. You know, that's very sweet. So yes. And what do you oh, in wintertime, everything pretty much when the cold fronts hit, pretty much everything dies. Yeah, everything dies off. And it comes back later. Yeah, okay, everything turns like purple and brown. And but that tree in the fall turns red and yellow and orange and purple and stuff. Hey Mace, great to see you. Yeah, we're exploring the garden. It's all right, wise man. It's all right. Oh yeah, winter's gonna be interesting here. And sometimes on a very rare occasion it could snow. And I did a snow live stream here. And it was like buried in snow. And I'll have to show you that, Amber, the my snow live stream. I'll tag you in it. It's already on the channel. I'll show you. It's the alien dating channel. Yeah. A good morning, Callie. Great to see you. All right, here's more as the sun is rising upwards. The garden's enchanting rather than spooky right now. Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. It's like we're in a similar region. Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to the sun. It's an alien dating channel. That's very funny. Yeah. A lot of times people hang out and talk to each other like that on here. It's happened before. We've had some wild times on the channel with people doing that, but yeah, it's quite funny. Yeah. So yeah, alien dating channel. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very beautiful. The sun going through the trees. Well, that's that Mockingbird. Mr. Mockingbird's preaching us a sermon right now. Yeah, it's such a great tropical scene, and just like a forest scene too. Yeah, see, those are leaves. You can just see everything from them. So fascinating. And going over this way, um, we have this right here. See how it just shines on the plants? Yeah, he's up there somewhere. Oh yeah, Amber. Yeah, and it smells like Whole Foods or like a flower part of the grocery store sometimes, like around like where I am right now. It'll smell like that, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, the jungle. Yeah. Okay, and here's another like scene of the jungle, right? You like go through here, all those the blue sky right there. And this is the canopy. I said these big sticks are good for all kinds of things when they're dried out. I have to show you the swamp thing. Okay. Wise man says I had the best. Thank you for laughs and chat. Very enjoyable. 10:16 a.m., 3 a.m. Also getting ready to raise sun over horizon. And stop by again. Oh, okay. Uh, Thank you, wise man. Uh, See you on the next one. It was nice chatting with you. Hilarious, all. Yes, W. It's basically like Predator. Yeah. Yeah, I also call this place Jurassic Park. Okay, so this chat right here. This is part of the swamp tree that was over in that other area where the crawfish mound is. Yes, exactly, Mace. And yes, I'll watch out. Yeah. So yeah, that's the swamp tree, and it's probably maybe 1,000 years old or hundreds of years old at least. It was a yeah, but it's still nice wood, and it's nice red in the middle. Yeah, they use these things in this to because it's waterproof. Yeah, I saw the wood, and it's cool for decoration and stuff. This is a cat house I'm going to restore, but it's just sitting here waiting right now. Yeah. So here's another view of like the jungle right here. Oh, that's cool, Mace. A 12 a.m. UK. Oh, I like Tennessee. It's a I've been there before. It's a cool uh, place out there. That nice floral smell. I think I showed you some more of the other berries. Yeah, this is the Jurassic Park region, and at nighttime it's even more spooky. Oh yes, Mace, the old song. Yes. Okay, and yeah, the T Rex is sleeping right now. He's nocturnal. Okay, and right here is the more of those elderberries, and the other things other than that tree right there. The Mister Mockingbird. Yes, hilarious. Nice, yeah. And that is going through the trees right there. Oh, Amber, I've grown corn before, and I'm going to grow some more corn this time. Yeah, I recommend it. Very cool. Now, I was realizing I have to have multiple. I've grown corn successfully, but I realized I have to have multiple corn plants for it to really work, for them to pollinate each other. Exactly. Nice. Yeah. There's a bug. That's why I had to move myself for a second. Yeah, they're intersexed. Yes. Hello, Lori. Mr. Mockingbird's preaching again. He's having an opera. Oh, okay, Mace. It was nice talking to you. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. I definitely believe they are singing to, and we say God in the West. Yeah, so definitely yes, I do agree with you, Mace. Definitely. And sometimes we come up with things where they're saying things that I'm saying in a certain rhythmic tone. But yeah, they definitely sing to the Lord, indeed. Yes, yes, Mace. I was telling the chat that it means God in the West. For those that may not know, but I know exactly what it means. And just for those that didn't, that may have not have known in the chat. Yeah, and I do agree with you, Mace. They are saying to him, yeah, same route. Ela God, Elahum. Yes. Okay. Well, the vines here is I don't really know what they are. They're vines that grow here, I think. They don't really grow in other places. I'm not too sure what they are, but they don't really bother me. But there are quite many of them. Yes. A shop of horrors. Yeah. I've not seen the movie, but I've heard of it. Okay, these are the vines from another point of view. I'll certainly will check it out. Okay. Okay, this is them from another angle. There's a barking dog too. Yeah, blessings to you, Mace. I always appreciate our conversations. And Amber says, I've cloned cannabis plants. It took about 5 days of sitting, water, bottle grown roots, and 70-degree angle and scratch bark off. Oh, that's awesome. I've caused plants to grow very quickly in water and some other minerals. Yeah, you hear the enchanting dog in the background. More, it looks like chemtrail stuff up there. Okay, so I took some of the elephant ear plants and I did some crazy experiment. I put them in water and I put rusted particles, and different types of rocks and things, and they grew very fast actually. It was when I was in grammar school. I told a teacher about it and she was like, oh, well, maybe because it was in water. But I don't know. It may have been that indeed. I'm not too absolutely certain. But yeah, that is what I did. I put a bunch of weird, like not weird things, but things that shouldn't make sense in water, and I put the elephant ear plants in, and they grew very fast. Yeah, these are some more weird vines. I don't know what they are. My pleasure, Amber. And it was an experiment. I don't know what was the reason. I think I put soap in there too. I don't know what exactly caused them to grow bigger. If it because that's supposed to destroy a plant, maybe, but it didn't. It made it stronger. So maybe there's some stuff in that particles in there that cause have like a growth spurt. Yeah. Okay. Let's go see the cats. Some types of radiation grow fungus. Yeah, and there was the flood that happened here, a catastrophic flood that happened. So I don't know if there was something in the rusted water that had some hybrid boosting hormone in it that caused the plants to grow. I don't know. Yeah, thank you, thank you. And he's still chilling. Okay, so this is a scene of like the blue sky. Show the blue sky. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Very. Thanks for letting me know about that. Okay, we're seeing the other cat. Okay, so Amber said I was staring out my windows, and the star started morphing and shooting out rainbow colors like it was a biblical angel. You see, that's a plasmoid. That's a plasmoid, and there's many accounts of that happening. Yeah, but I do believe you saw that vision, even if you're having a trip in another dimension. I do believe that was real. So yeah, that sounds like a people have filmed those things on camera because they're called plasmoids, but I do believe they're angelic beings. And Lori said, "I'll be 90 degrees Fahrenheit here today, but rain coming Friday." Oh, that's good. It'll cool things off. All right. Also, angel or something flew out of the observation post when I had a bad thought. Yes, yes. Those orbs, those plasmoids, which are angels, because in the biblical, angels look like that. They're like wheels and wheels. Yeah, they definitely. That's a very interesting encounter. Thank you for sharing with that with us. Yes, yeah. You have to be open because you're giving over to the desires of your heart. So I do believe that you know the door's open, he could come in. Right. Oh, in the book of Enoch, which is a prophet I believe is true, He was basically saying that all the stars are captured. They're angels that fell, or some sort of angels that are held there, and they are angelic beings that got stuck there, and they're watching us. Yeah, so there is some evidence from from Enoch about that. That's a chemtrail chat. Yep, that's a chemtrail. So today's the day of chemtrails. When I'm on these live streams, Amber. Oh, yeah, it could be a very confusing situation. It's normal for you to feel that way, and because a lot of these things are beyond our realm of understanding. Yeah, tried LSD and DMT before. Last night was crazy. Yeah, and those drugs, which I personally am not recommending people do those drugs. Now, some people say that those drugs can show you other dimensions that are not good that you're not supposed to see. So just be aware of that. And you are seeing another dimension of some kind. Yeah, it does open you to those other realms. When I'm in the garden lives at nighttime, Amber, I'll be over there and I'll see a star right there and it'll blink and then it disappears. And over this way I've seen a UFO a couple of times. And then it'll like go and disappear and fly away. So I've seen them before here, on these live streams. Oh, look at this chat. Look, this is a fascination right here. We're watching this live. Look at that chat. A flower blooming live stream. We saw this just a little while ago. Look at it now. Look at this chat. Crikey. We're watching it live, chat. We saw this earlier, and now it's opening up. Yeah, very beautiful. You see, if you're every day, you'll be lucky. So yeah, we have. This is okra. It's also cousin to the cotton plant. Because I was like watching it, and it just opened up like as I was talking. Yeah, so it is the okra plant, if I didn't make that clear. And it is very cool to see its bloom a flower. Yeah. And these are a bunch of different flowers that are similar to the Lorax type, like Dr. Seuss flowers. Yeah, yeah, it's probably a type of clover, but that's similar to Lorax. Yeah, I don't know what type of flower it is, but it's similar to like the Dr. Seuss flower. Oh, glad saw you liked it. The okra sprout, the okra bloom. Yeah, and this is the large pumpkins. Yeah, so I do believe that those things could bring you to the other dimensions. People will be able to see things that you usually would not see with the naked eye. So, yeah, it will. That is where it will go. And that's the chemtrail. Hello, every day. I want to show you something cool. Thank you, Amber, about telling me your encounter you had. Okay, so this is a okra bloom. Oh, thanks, Lori. And I said that happened live while we were here on the stream. As I showed you that earlier, and it was closed, and then when the sun came out, it opened up. And it's going to open up even more, but it started opening. Yeah, and Amber, they are called the Watchers. They are called the Watchers. And so, by the way, they're watching. Well, as I said, I believe that, my opinion, you are protected by good beings. But let's see what Amber says. I had a thought like they were creating me through their vision, like wave creating a particle. So that's like the Matrix theory, like they're creating you through materialization. And remember, a thought is a thought, and that they may be trying to project thoughts into you to make you think you have no free will or control. And exactly, because they're doing that as a deception. And I believe a good angel would not be the god of confusion, but it's the god of confusion is not the good angels. So I do think that to accept things as they are, to not, you could remember this, you could allow your thoughts to wander and don't grab onto the thought. Like, think about looking at the clouds, right? You watch clouds go by. You don't have to grab onto the cloud. So if a thought gets intense, just let it go and let the thoughts drift. And know that you're protected by good angels. It's all going to be okay. and it's kind of smoke and mirrors. So to not let the other strange ones bother you too much, because we're all being watched by something, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the end of the world, though. But I understand. Thank you, Amber, for letting us know about your experience. If concerned, get a cat. Apparently, cats were gifted with humanity to protect us. Yeah, that is true. Oh, there's another chemtrail. That's nuts. That is nuts, chat. That's another chemtrail. Crazy. Oh, you saw a fog like silver iodine. Okay, that's very cool. Oh, it's also mysterious too. It's very ghostly scene. And thank you, Amber, for letting us know about that one too. You're being watched by a garden spider. Vibrate so high that you have no longer can be found by low frequency entities. Very good every day. That's also a good advice too. I was outside and I saw the fog silver iodine. And at my house after I saw the same thing floating through the air. That was a sighting, like the will o' the wisp. There's a thing called will o' the wisp, and it's these things that exist in fogs and stuff, kind of like a fairy. And you had a sighting. You have a special gift to see these things. Many people wouldn't see, but yeah, that's what that is. It's a type of entity that is kind of like a fairy. Very, very interesting. Yeah, he is just living his best life. I mean, if he had the cleanest socks in the world, and he is just no care in the world. Facts. Oh, me too, Saw. Absolutely. And the Fae may like you, Amber. They visit me a lot. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, it's a type like a fairy entity. Yes. Saw. Yeah, it's about zombies. Pelicans. Scared. Yeah, the pelican. It's like a large beaked critter bird. The state bird to be exact. Brad Pitt's in it. Oh, that's definitely a movie to see. Hey, frog. Good morning. Howdy. They get the brown ones in the coast and watch them fishing in the breakers. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Pelicans like hanging on the pier in San Clemente down the road about 15 miles from me. Oh, that is awesome, Saul. Yes. I need to do the ripening dance. Okay, this is the ripening dance. From the ripen. All right. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, my tomatoes are just growing. Not quite there yet. Yes, a frog. That is true. A little frog wee will do the trick. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Hey. The frog wee dance. There he is. He's back. Yes, for entertainment, definitely. He's a Mockingbird DJ. No, he never stops going. He has pipes. He's doing his own. He's doing the Mockingbird dance. He's on a roll. Yeah, he's definitely happy. See, he has no care in the world. Yeah. Yes, yes, I agree. Yeah. The other day, the butterfly was flying towards me yesterday, so I'm well liked in this garden. That looks like a face right there, chat. It looks like eyes and a mouth. Scared. Yeah, scary face. Scared. 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 Breezy. Oh yes, yes. Thank you, Amber. Okay, Amber. Well, see you in the next stream. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's been a pleasure. Take care. See, it's the clouds getting more cloudy. That make any sense? The sun's getting more cloudy because eventually it's going to rain, and it's good that we had the morning to see the clouds before they got too much. That trial we're watching is pretty wild. You know, it's a good one Anna chose. So I've been wondering that too. Maybe he would be on the the night stream, the nighttime Garden Live, which I will to reach some of our other friends. Oh, okay, Frog, thank you. Uh, which I will like the. We're still going to do the morning Garden Live, of course, but another one I need to probably do is the nighttime one. He'll probably be on that one, unless there's something wrong. But I do miss Chris. He's very good questions he always asks. I hope he's okay too. He's very cool. In forests, there are lots of undiscovered species that lurk within them. You know, they certainly are everywhere. And sometimes we be communicating with things that we don't even realize that we're communicating with because, there could be things out there trying to communicate with us that we're not, really realizing. So I do think in the wilderness in general, there's just more to it than meets the eye. Yeah, bars, facts. That's like the neon sun. So, in forests and stuff, a lot of them are unexplored. I think the forests are similar to oceans, where they haven't really discovered everything that is down there inside those forests. And where I do think people can make up tall tales or exaggerate things, I don't deny that people also could be seeing unexplained phenomena in those regions. Because I think it's important to take it seriously because people could be like, inside the woods and they'll hear something and it'll sound nothing like anything on this earth. And it's almost like being in the ocean, because it's like you don't know where it's coming from or where it's at, and it just blasts off. Yes, I'm expecting rain today. Okay, it says today's not going to rain, just gonna be cloudy. So it's allegedly not going to rain, but it looks like it's going to rain. The weather's not always right. Yeah, facts. Facts. Oh, hey, hey, Passion. Yes, we're enjoying the morning. We're having a good time in the garden. Yeah, we're talking about all kinds of different things and observing the garden and what it's doing. And oh, there is more to watch. We're watching it all the entire night. We're watching it the entire night, and we're watching it into the daytime. And but there's still more witnesses, to go on the stand. The trial is wild. Yeah. Oh, chat, this is incredible. Okay, and Passion, this is we're watching live this okra flower bloom. It was closed up before, and we're watching it, and it's moving. You see the little thing in the middle? That was tucked down before, so it's the flowers is completely moving and blooming. So this was so cool to watch live. Like we watched this whole thing bloom live, and the little stem in there is protruding outwards. So that's really cool. Okra biology. Yep. Lori said couldn't watch the handwriting analyst anymore. My eyes were crossing and brain numb. But yeah, that guy was over with. And there's some other people that are on the stand now. But yeah, that dude was cringe. The language analyst. Yeah. All right, new trial in Tennessee starting in a little under an hour. Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll definitely be streaming that. So, Saul, we're gonna be watching the Tennessee trial. And Passion brought the sun's in perfect condition. Passion from the last time you saw it. Yeah, and okra biology. Yeah. More blue sky and sun right here. Yes, exactly, passion. Yes. Scared. The fiery lord is pleased, and he is still happy about life. And the fiery overlord, may he be happy and content. Yes, song. I'm gonna play it. Yes, Middle Earth. Yes. I turned my. As all in. Okay. Oh, a butterfly landed on me. Yeah, it just the butterfly said skirt. My game suddenly had birds, but it's yours. Oh, yeah, yeah. Skirt. Yes, I have been Lord. Yes, thank you. I'm not the only one your birds attract from afar. Right. Yeah, the crows are definitely out here. Oh, good morning, Liberty. Yeah, and that's the sun shining through right there. Yes, very happy birds. Yeah, there are so many different species of birds around here. You know, it's like bird mart. That's what it's like. All right, those are some regular looking clouds before we were seeing the chemtrails. Yes, I will saw. Will do. Okay, understood. Yeah, we will definitely talk about it when we start that stream. Yes, yes, leading you down the garden path. The okras are starting to blossom today, so that's another thing about it. Yeah. But there, and just as we watch it gradually open up the entire time. Am I right? These little different things. So we're gonna plant sunflowers and the corn. I know, I know, it's really cool. It's almost open all the way, and yeah, and the okra will come from there. It's basically like a time lapse. I know. It's like you usually will see a flower that looks like a heart shaped cloud right there. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, to watch the flower open up like minute by minute is so cool. You know, and it'll open gradually over time to the point where it is now. You know, it's like watching a time lapse live. We got out here, it was closed, and it started opening up more and more. Like the birds like the sun. Okay. Now the cloud isn't really there, but it was like that area right there. It kind of morphed into something else, but that's what it looked like for a second. Oh, you saw it? That's good. All right. And that is Bubbles. And that's Claude. Oh, that's awesome, Lori. Yeah, Bubbles and Claude chilling. Yeah, very sweet. Hello, Destiny. Yeah, definitely adorable. Yeah, he's in dreamland right now. And here's the other one. He's also dreaming about something. Okay, and there he is right there. Okay, and as I said, the skies get pretty dark, and, okay, and right there we can see it a little bit differently with the that's the okra flower getting even bigger. Yes, Lee, that is a sleepy kitty that we saw. Yeah, as I said, this is the more the okra. It is blooming pretty cool. It's very nice red in there. Very nice red. Okay, this is the sky. I'm doing good, Lee. Hope you're doing well too. Okay, Saw. There's the sky. Yeah, so that is the sky. Yes, absolutely. All right, and Saw, I'll tell you about the trial that we're going to be watching. I'll give you a little preview about it. Yeah, is it glitching out, chat? It's all right if it does or it doesn't. Yeah, but Saul, I'm glad that you like the clouds. Okay, thank you, Saul. All right, so I'm gonna give you a. Okay, so I'll tell you about the trial we're about to watch. All right. The trial against former college football player uh, Blaze Taylor is set to begin after he was returned to Nashville from Utah to face 2 counts of first-degree murder. Prosecutors allege that Taylor secretly poisoned his pregnant girlfriend Jay Benning at her apartment in February 2023, causing the deaths of both Benning. All right, Lee, have a good day. Causing deaths of both Benning and Hey Kane, Jay Benning at her apartment in February 2023, causing deaths of both Benning and her 5-month-old fetus. When authorities say Taylor fathered, if convicted, Taylor could face life in prison, life without parole, or potentially the death penalty under Tennessee law. So, Saw, that is uh, a recap of what the trial is we're about to be looking at. For you to know. Okay, bye, Lee. My pleasure. Saw. Okay, I'm gonna grow spinach and corn and sunflowers, and have to get some soil for pots for the peppers. Those I'm gonna grow. Yeah, we already got the squash and pumpkins growing here. Thank you, Lori. The trains are so cool. I always like the trains. This would be a cool camo color because I like the camouflage that blends in with the trees like this. Pash says, "Can I suggest beets? Also, pet goat for milk and cheese. Also, wheat, I suppose." You know what, Passion? I also need some chickens too. Yeah, my family actually here. My family used to have goats here back in the 50s. So I've grown beets before. Okay, thank you, Passion, for the suggestion. Definitely. I love goat's milk. We make a dish called cavo lactus and tias and squash, corn, green chili, onions, ground beef. Yum, so good. Oh, that's delicious. Definitely. Delicious passion. Delicious. I like that. Yeah, Lori, he would love chickens indeed. Yeah. He would never leave this yard. Imagine goat milking goat live. That'll be the day. Definitely. Yeah, Lori, they'll be scared. Scared. Look at that. It opened. My pleasure, Liberty. Have a good day. Thank you for coming. All right. Passion says, I remember getting shoved around a lot when I was looking after goats. They're pushy. Yeah, they eat anything. Also, they just eat tin cans, whatever else. Yeah. Hey, Glory. There's a tropical cloud right there. Wow. Lori said, I put purslane in my salads. It's ubiquitous weed, but full of vitamins. Oh, that is excellent. Awesome. All right, so in 15 minutes, the trial is going to be starting. So we're going to be ending this stream, and we're going to get ready for the other stream. So Saw, uh, the other stream is about to be ready for the trial we're about to watch. And just let you know. All right. You have a great day too, Lori. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, see you in trial, Saw. Okay, everybody. Have a good day, good evening, afternoon, wherever you're going. And peace.